Live on.
Geo2. Yeah. Buenos dias, buenos dias. What's up, everybody? Thanks for checking out this video. We're live in the trade room, in the trading cave, in the trade lounge. We got some jams going on. Bom dia, all my friends in Brazil, Portugal. Tudo bem? Are you good? All right, we're live. Check, 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 check. I see you. I'm gonna have my chat open, so let me know where you're watching from. We're about to get started here in just a second. We're looking at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ. Let me share my screen. Give me them charts. There are those charts right there. Sweet. Here, we're gonna go through it one step at a time. Let me turn off all these amazing custom tools. Hey, if you don't mind, click that like button real quick. Go ahead and throw that like button up there and click it. And if you have any questions about these tools, the bullseye strategy, oh, we got something for you. Let me go ahead and just jump to it. It's called the masterclass. Hey, wait a second. I don't want you to leave. I want you to stay right there. Yeah, go to the masterclass on WAP.com. We're going to go through all of it. Step by step, all these tools, all the plan strategies and rules, all right here on the back on the charts, Bullseye Academy. All right. Anyway, so y'all check that out, man. If you want to know more about that, DM. Hey, you get all the tools, all the classes, private groups, and Zoom links. Every morning we're going to go live and we're going to trade for $20 a month. You can't beat that. Grab a cup of coffee, grab a pen and a pad. We're about to break down the NASDAQ. All right, we're at pre-market. Shall we dive in? Are y'all ready? We got some folks in the room too. Are you ready? Say yeah. Let's go. All right, first things first. We want to look at that 12-hour time frame. Why do we want to look at the 12-hour time frame? I want to see what was that first session like, the first half of the session. There's going to be 2 candles in every day. 12 hours, right? 24 hours in a day, 2 candles per day. Duh. Now, once I've established where we are, that first candle, all I need is the open and the close. The open and the close of the first 12-hour range. Bam. Oh, yeah. Something like that. Put a little rectangle right there. I call it 12-hour range. Pretty simple. All right, then 4-hour. Look at these first 3-4-hour candles of this session. Terrible. But we broke beneath now. And I'm interested in flat tops and flat bottoms. Well, you can see that we did this here. I'm also interested in overnight low and overnight high. Why? Because that's where stop losses are going to be sitting. There's the high right there. Overnight high. Overnight low is still up here, and we could potentially retest it, I guess, but yeah, we'll put it up there just so we can see it on a lower time frame. All right, what else? You can see here on this 4-hour time frame. This is our weekly wicks, and as you can see here, Monday we break beneath. Tuesday we rally. Wednesday we rally with a little correction on Thursday. Then Thursday we rally again. So, touching these weekly wick fields, we could potentially bounce up, get a little bit higher. It is Friday. Fridays like to rally. What else? If we make it above this overnight high, what am I interested in? 4-hour flat tops. Boom! Still have yet to see those get cleared. And yesterday, well, let's see. Wednesday open, right? We still got that gap down here. So we have to fill that gap at some point. Could be today. All I know is I don't know. All I know is I don't know. All right, we'll save that for later. What else? 15-minute. Give me my 15-minute cloud. Here's one of our custom tools. It's a cloud. It's basically a trend finder, bias for the day. What is our bias for the day? Buy. We're going to be bullish. Now, does that mean that price will just go up? No. Price is going to go up, going to go down, going to go up, going to go down. Yesterday was amazing. We took that 1-minute breakout, 600 points. I didn't hold it at all, but there it is. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it don't. Govern yourselves accordingly. You got all these tools. Okay? Use them at your own discretion. Whatever part of your plan is. Rule number 1, risk proper, people. It's risky business. Risk it for the brisket, as our friends at Bookies would say. Huh? Time 8:24. Okay. What else? We're bullish. We don't have a. That's interesting. Let me see where that red arrow is. Yeah. So on this tool, you can apply the trend filter. That's amazing. Yeah, there's a red arrow here that I may be interested in us retesting if we do go bullish, which is basically the 12-hour range. So I'm gonna mark up the high and low, the wicks of that arrow. We'll see if we make our way up there again, or if we can touch this overnight low and bounce down, continue down. That's the idea. All right, 1 minute. 1 minute is red. All right, so it kind of looks like we're already kind of in this cloud, this trend, this ribbon, this red blob. So, dude, I don't know what happened here. There was a little spike at 8:05. Interesting. All right, so it looks like we may have missed a buy situation in pre-market. Oh, yeah. Beautiful rocket, the bullseye line. You take that rocket or you take that pancakes. Who likes pancakes? Throw it in the chat if you like pancakes. Hey, do me a favor and share this to somewhere. Share it to our somewhere. Share it to our church. That'd be fun. Come watch us. What else? Ooh, I love not having half trend on here. That's fun. It was kind of getting on my nerves. Breaking above that 200 moving average. All right. Now, 8:26. Open up them charts. Boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Here it is. What the heck are we looking at? Well, on this screen here, anchor VWAP from the session VWAP. We got the beautiful pivots making a comeback. Anchor VWAP from the session and from the weekly open Monday. Okay, so let's go back here. We'll see where it's at, where it starts, where it originates. Sunday afternoon, 5 p.m. We get the anchored VWAP for the weekly VWAP. All right, so why do I have that on the screen? Because of volume. The volume is amazing. Okay, so now, just getting a look at it. I mean, we could retest this outer band of the weekly VWAP. We are below the session VWAP. We'll wait for 8:30 to plug in that New York VWAP. Man, we could make a retracement up here to this blue line. What is that, 19,250? So just get an idea. We are bullish. We kind of missed our entry here at the origination of this reason to buy. Could we see a break up, down, continue up? Maybe. Oh, what about that breakout? Here's a new tool. Ooh, that's it. That's all you see. Just kidding. We'll come back to it. What else? I appreciate you watching from the basement table. Everybody on YouTube. Oh, I didn't send the Zoom to everybody. Here it comes. All right, Zoomers are going to be showing up here in just a second. All right, taking any questions you might have on Zoom or on YouTube. What else? Oh, we have a beautiful map. Let's go to the map. Okay, hour time frame. Purple range is right here. We'll get rid of that. We're in this arc currently, so let's see if we can break above this arc. We shall see. We're live on YouTube, man. So, YouTube people, what's up? Glad y'all hanging out with us. Zoom, I appreciate you hanging out with us. Thank you. Looks like I got an iPhone. Oh, John Vince. What's up, John Vince? We had a chair for you, man, in the trading room. Natalia, buenos dias.
Good morning.
We're live on Zoom. We're live on YouTube, man. So come on. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a good day. Patience and a clear mind, people. That's all we need. All right. So that's our arc. We could potentially continue up, break this high, and then get a reaction. Or we could totally open bearish and test this gap down here. We'll see what happens. What else? Anybody else got a good idea? Anybody else got a great idea? Huh? Here's the open. All right, everybody. Welcome to the New York Stock Exchange Open. Open up bullish. Opening up bullish. Say, man, where's my top step? Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. Gotcha. Buenos dias, Keisha. Buenos dias, Bernice.
Hello, hello.
Oh, John Vince, never mind. Tell Veren, Mateo said, buenos dias. ¿Dónde estás? All right, here's the first candle. New York Stock Exchange. Looks like we want to leave a wick to the top. All right, sweet. Let's see if we can get some continuation, follow through on one of these sides. Be sure you're on the right chart. Be sure you're on the right lot size. 3, 2, 1. Here's the first candle range. Look to see if we can break out of this arc here. Take out overnight high. Potentially test 15-minute arrow down or the 12-hour range. We don't know. Do they want to rally today? It's a Friday. Let's see if the bulls actually want to take control of this market. Looks like the bulls are in control of this market at the moment. On the 15-minute time frame, kind of neutral. Still coming out of this consolidation phase here on 15 minutes. Let me go ahead and throw that on there right there. We kind of broke above that 15-minute range. Rejecting this arc on the Gann map. Well, we'll have to see what happens. Let's see. All right, so the breakdown is going on right now. There's 10 seconds left. Potentially just to retrace and bounce up. We'll see what happens. Still no reason to enter. Still no reason to sell or buy. If you were to take a sell here, let's say a red arrow shows up here. It's a breakout beneath the 1-minute range. Are you 1-minute range bandits? They call that the orb. If you take that 1-minute breakout, they call that the orb. If you are taking that breakout, you bunch of bandits. Stop loss is here, 41. You're already at 18 points. Potentially going to touch this weekly wick fill right here. We'll see what happens. But you are in the money if you took that breakout. All right, got about 13 seconds left. Here's a legit reason to sell. The arrow showing up. Govern yourselves accordingly. You have a 15-minute cloud here we could bounce off of. We'll see what happens. Here's a beautiful pancake. Wants to show up, but it's so early in this clock, so we'll have to wait and see if it wants to appear again. Hopefully we're able to take a little bit of profit off of this. One candle here, this breakout, 32 points. Amazing. If you take this arrow, I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm not sure if that 50 points covers the high. It may cover the high. No, it doesn't. So 50 points plus about a few more. 68. What else? Yeah, so we'll see what happens. We'll see if we got this bounce off the 21 or the 20 and the 200 moving average. See if we can take this thing up. I think the Bulls might want to take control one more time in here. Yeah, see, look, green arrows up. We are bullish, but we have a red cloud on one, so not the greatest of situations. Hey, I tell you what, I ain't gonna get caught in no chop. I ain't gonna get caught in no chop. Back in the 1 minute range. News is at 9. Thanks for the update. I mean, that is an elephant bar if you're doing the Uncle Oliver. You got 1 bar. You got 1 bar stop loss. So if you do that, then this what's it called? This bullish candle right here. Boom! And you got 1 bar. Right there, 42 points. All right, so that red arrow not looking too good, not looking too great. If you took that bullish engulfing candle, stop is 50 points. I would say 50 points, and I would see if it wants to continue up. Still no reason to enter just yet. Not with the bullseye strategy, at least. Now, if you want to be a scalper, you know what would you scalp to? Well, custom tools, bullseye targets. Hey, I gotta redo my targets. The bullseye targets give us some beautiful idea. Where we at? 219,000. Perfect. So I'm gonna put the price in that we're currently trading in. Then it gives us these lines. These are hot zones and bank zones. So here's a bank zone here, 19,200 to the hot zone. So if you take that bullish engulfing off the 200 and you want to take it up to this hot zone, that's where you would cover, take partials, and leave a runner, or just take profit. See profit, take profit. All right, look like we're taking out overnight low. Not taking out, but retesting overnight lows. Getting a beautiful reaction off of that. Let's see if we can break above, potentially retesting the 19,250. Still no clear indication to buy just yet. We are currently inside of a rocket ship. That tells us that we could potentially just continue higher. We want to see if price wants to give us a reaction here at the first session VWAP. This little blue line on this guy right here. We'll see what happens. Getting another reaction here off of the hot zone. Looks like we're breaking above this 15-minute consolidation phase again. If we get a 5-minute candle, yeah, we got a 5-minute candle that broke and closed above that, so looks good for the buyers. Took that engulfing candle off of the 200 moving average. It's a little shout out to Uncle Oliver. And congratulations. Getting that reaction one more time off of that hot zone. 20 seconds left. It's pretty decent reaction there. Okay, so the idea here is if this 1-minute cloud is red and the 15-minute cloud is green, we're looking to buy. But if you want to buy a good, like, clean setup, you're going to have to wait. You have to wait. That's the name of the game. Yesterday we waited. I mean, it was so bullish yesterday. And we waited, tried to catch a retracement and enter into the buy situation, which took a good little minute for it to develop. Stay calm and watch price print. That is the name of the game. All right, I'm going to target this bank zone right there. It's 56 points off of this green arrow, which happens to be a engulfing candle off the 200 and the 21. Looking for a color change. If this thing wants to print a red candle and you get a color change up, that's another Uncle Oliver. That's what I call him, Uncle Oliver move. So we'll see what happens. 10 seconds left. See if this thing wants to flip green or does it close red. And we closed above that hot zone, so we'll see what happens. If you're taking that 5-minute breakout, congratulations, you're in profit. All right, see if this candle wants to give us a little wick to the bottom and then flip green. Let's see what happens. 40 seconds left. Still don't know. Still don't know what it wants to do. Kind of flip green. Let's see if we can break the highs and take us to this bank zone. That's where I'll more than likely want to protect this trade. That's a color change right there. So if we took that engulfing candle, I'm going to go ahead and move that stop in profit. Protect that mug right there. Let's see what happens. Kind of reached up above there. Kind of started failing. Got so much. We had so much volatility in the market this week. But we'll see what Friday wants to give us. Okay. Anticipating, what would you anticipate? Would you anticipate this thing going a little higher? Yep. But who knows? ACH. Anything can happen. All right, I got about 40 seconds left for this green candle. Let's see if this candle wants to stay green. We could be entering into consolidation state. We could be entering into a consolidation phase on a lower time frame. Let's see. Not just yet. Let's see if we can get that color change go up. All right, looks like it's failing again at the overnight low level. We took out that overnight low a long time ago. This thing just melted overnight. Let's see. Let me open up that chart. Yeah. So that was the overnight low. We took it out. It's kind of a retest. Potentially going to reject. Let's see if the bulls want to step in and actually take over this market. All right. So I'm stopped out right there as it closed beneath this red arrow on this engulfing candle right there. So we'll see if we get another. We'll see if we get another opportunity. There's always going to be more opportunities in this mug. So 9 o'clock news. We do not trade news. Stay away from news. There's a color change. We want to do the Uncle Oliver move. Take the color change up. See what happens when it gets to this bank zone. All right. And you get one candle right there. Look at that beautiful scalp. I didn't quite get the bank zone just yet. All right. Looks like it's going to be stopped right there. You get one candle. You get one. You get one. Risking little, it's perfect. Risk too much, no bueno. I love how it reached up there and started failing. So that's dope. Let's see what happens. That's a beautiful rejection wick right there. So what is a clear signal for an entry? Somebody tell me. What signal are you looking for? Talk. We're above that. That's way down there. It's green, by the way. So your answer was pancake. Wow, okay. Yeah, pancakes sound good, but on a Friday, against the trend, I don't know. Maybe. Breaking beneath this arc one more time. Which one? Yeah. Hopefully protect, take partial, leave a runner. Taking that profit is going to be all right. All right, looks like we're getting the beautiful rejection off of that overnight low level. Let's see. We have a pivot point down here. I'm gonna go ahead and put an alert down here for a pivot point so I can see that clearer. There it is down there, the 15-minute. In the 15-minute cloud. So let's see. PP right there. Sweet. All right. Looks like a little retracement back down to the VWAP levels here. You know what I didn't do? Anchor VWAP. Let's go. Anchor VWAP on the 830 candle. Right there. NYC. Come on. All right. Looks like we're breaking beneath that band. Arrows. Esther, did we learn our lesson yesterday? What is it? Follow the trend of what? 15-minute cloud's cool, but that 1-minute cloud's cool too. Now, either way, huh? No, they don't. They stay the same. The rules never change. Always risk proper. The 15-minute gives us our daily trend. So you're a buyer. Yeah, because it's still that. It's always confusing. If you're confused, wait. Huh? I'm confused. Wait. Right. So let's see. Red arrows time. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Yeah, red arrows. That's something on my chart that is not this is not emotions. This is just signal. It's like, okay, let's see what happens. Don't know. That's the point. Like, if you have to think about it, you're doing it wrong. Definitely a B plus setup. A B plus. No, B minus setup. 66 point stop on the high. Potentially going for 62. We'll see what happens. Don't know. Yeah, let's see what happens on this sell situation. I mean, I like for the sell to at least come and touch the 15-minute cloud. This is also a weekly level here. We broke inside this arc. It's a beautiful rejection candle on the 5-minute time frame. 5 seconds left. Let's see what happens. Let's look at the 15-minute candle range. Yeah, we're back in this 15-minute range. So here's 8:45. That's the first 15 minutes of the New York Stock Exchange open for NASDAQ. So, you know what? I'm going to mark up that 15-minute range. And let's just see what happens. You know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if this thing wants to go down or if this thing want to melt. Look, I also see a local trend line formed right here. Boom, just something like that. So we have to get below that trend line. We shall see. It's a retest of the 20 moving average. It's a color change off the 20 moving average. 13 seconds left. All right, so this sale doesn't look too great. So that's one of those things you gotta predetermine. You stay in this mug or you want to wait? You want to wait or you want to call it? Look, why would you call it? It took out the first initial candle. Boom. It's 19 points. But as long as that 66 point stop loss is intact, so is this trade. We shall see, people. All I know is I don't know. Beautiful continuation off of the GAN map and also off of the New York VWAP. Let's see if this thing wants to melt down here below this trend line. Let's see, 3 seconds left. We may get a reaction here off of this trendy. Let's see if we can break this trendy and continue down to the bottom of the 15-minute range. I'm gonna go to the 5-minute time frame. I'm more interested in the 5-minute candle, how it closes. Beautiful wicks to the bottom. Got about 2.5 minutes left. And we'll see how this thing reacts here. There's a, what is that, a 15-minute flat bottom? Yeah. So I'm gonna mark that up here. 15-minute flat bottom right here at 8 o'clock. Let's see if we get a reaction off of that low right there. We shall see. So if you're in this red arrow down, holding it, let's see what happens. Never know. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here is the next candle. Let's see if we can get a beautiful pancake up in here. Let's see. So the LSI, the Logistical Strength Index, kind of like the RSI, It's the TSI and the RSI combined together. Give us more powerful confluence. What? Let's see what happens here, you all. See about a minute 20 left to see if Price wants to break this little local trendy. See, it got a beautiful bounce, beautiful rejection off of this little local trend. Let's see what happens. We shall see. Let's see what happens. Still waiting, still waiting. All right, so we've officially entered into a 1 minute consolidation phase. Let's see if we can get still no reason to enter yet on the buy side. We are buyers. Don't forget, we are buyers. If you're taking this little counter trend trade, we'll see what happens. I'm not looking to hit a home run with this sell. Anything can happen.
We would love for it to come down.
Yeah, why not join that sell-off? Yeah, so what they're saying in the room is we would love to see this thing come down here and tap into the 15-minute cloud, right? And then give us a reason to buy. Now, and I'm saying, why not take this trip down with them? You never know. Right? So we shall see. Somebody said they want to see a pancake on the chart, and then they want to say, I want to see a waffle. Either way, don't forget the syrup. Gotta have that syrup. Yeah, patience, people. Looks like the sellers want to retest some of these lower price ranges. Here's what I would look at. I would look at and see if this 15-minute time frame. Yeah, as I'm saying that, it turns green. If this 5-minute candle closes beneath, let's see if it wants to retest and then continue down. Let's see. Retest this wick. So this 5-minute wick. Every time I see a wick, I always want to just, especially if it's kind of big like that, bust it in half and see if price wants to retrace to the halfway point and continue down. Up here and then boom. We'll see what happens. Follow my line. That's all you got to do, little price. Follow the line that sometimes price needs help. You got to put it on your chart. So if you want to go down, here's the trick. Come over here to this beautiful arrow and just put a big old arrow right there. That's all you got to do. That's all you got. Whoa, there it is. What? I'm trying to tell you. Live on Zoom, live on YouTube. It just happened. Right when I put the arrow down, that's when price says, oh, my bad. I was supposed to go down. You're welcome. Anyway, just having fun. Definitely still holding this sell. 66-point stop loss is still holding up. Yeah, breaking out a 15-minute range. We got about 2.5 minutes left. Let's see if we can get a reaction here off the 15-minute flat bottoms. And then I'll flip my arrow up and make it green. And we'll see what happens. You're welcome, y'all. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Just hit my Cash App. You did. Almost gave us a 15-minute flat bottom touch. Let's see if we can clear that. Broke beneath the 15-minute range. Let's see. We got about 2 minutes, 25 seconds left. A beautiful pancake wants to print. Yeah, so the idea is maybe we come and touch the 15-minute cloud. I don't know. Risk proper. That's going to be a pretty significant stop loss. And we'll see what happens. 8 seconds left till this pancake prints. 3, 2, 1. Who wants pancake for breakfast? I do. All right, so here is a 100-point stop loss pancake. Beautiful. Risk proper. Put the right stop loss, put the right lot size, put the right contract size. You'll be all right. Targeting a potential 1-to-1. Maybe a 1 to 1.4. Let's see what happens. A minute and a half left to the 5-minute candle range, or 5-minute candle prints below the 15-minute range. I'll get rid of this little gold bar, and we'll just wait and see what happens. I'm anticipating we get a bounce off of this arc. We take out the low, then we get a bounce off the arc. Go up. I don't know. We'll see. I also had a beautiful pivot point right here, so let's give it a second. Let price develop. It's in the hands of the market, people. It's not in your hands. You can't will the market to go down unless you have this very powerful arrow. If you have the arrow, see, you didn't put the arrow on, so I don't know. If we all put the arrow on, Mr. John Vince, then it'll work. So you got to go over here and grab this little tool where you see the brush. Come on down to the arrow. Here, what happens if you hit, I got an idea. What happens if you hit 2 arrows to our TP? That would be even better. All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. 35 seconds left to the 5-minute candle prints, and we'll see if it wants to print outside this 15-minute range. We shall see, people. We touched the flat bottoms. We were anticipating a reaction off of that 15-minute flat bottom. Kind of getting that. Let's see if it will respect that. Let's see. When do you protect this trade? Well, looks like we hit a hot zone right here. If we get one more candle that can come and tap that hot zone, potentially break beneath and close, that's where I'll protect. It's a beautiful rejection there. All right, so the 5-minute time frame, the 5-minute candle closed. It looks just a little bit below that 15-minute range. We'll see what happens. Take one trade at a time, one entry at a time, and let the market figure out what it want to do. Retesting the arc, not the arc, the anchored VWAP band, the New York band. Let's see here. I got probably too many things on there. There we go. All right, let's see if we want to break beneath, or does this thing want to rally? Like if you look on a 30-minute time frame, you're going to see that we tapped into a 30-minute wick fill, which is basically like, sometimes you get a bounce up off of that deal. But also, if I'm looking at this correctly, those flat bottoms we got sitting down here, 4-hour flat bottoms. I want to put that fib retracement level there, and let's see, where are we? Still have yet to tap into the first fib level of that push up. So from yesterday's push up. So we'll just wait and see what happens. Maybe it makes its way down there. Maybe it don't. I don't know. Risk proper. Oh, when it breaks beneath those, all 3 of those. It has to break beneath all 3 of those first. The 886, the retracement fib level 886. If price ever gets down beneath all of these white fib levels, then I will go over here to this 886. Where are you at? Right there. 786, 886. We'll see if it wants to make its way down here. If it does, whoosh, that's a huge retracement. That means that Friday did not rally. I'll go ahead and put a 786 alert right there. And we'll see what happens. Don't know. Definitely got to bounce off of that 30-minute wick fill. Sometimes those wick fills hold up as support. Other times, crash straight through. So, don't really need it on the chart. Just something to look at, All right, retesting this trendy. Looks like it wants to retest that trendy. Maybe it retests that trendy. I don't know. Let's see what happens. All right, price, what you want to do? Looks like it's getting held up a little bit. See if it wants to give us that continuation. Looking for follow through, continuation, volume. Follow through, continuation, volume to the downside. Let's see what happens. I would even say, let's see, 8 o'clock low. I mean, 8 o'clock low looks like a pretty decent level there. Let's see if we can get that right there. So we'll call that low. I mean, there's liquidity sitting right there. Well, you know what else I'm not looking at? Let's see what else. What else am I not looking at? I hope y'all I hope everybody put that red arrow up there. Previous day high already was taken out, right? So it already kind of followed the rule. Take out the high to go low. Just depends on how low you want to go. And if we get caught in this sideways movement, right? We're still involved. We're still in the 15-minute range. So we gotta try to at least be patient enough to wait to see if that's gonna. I mean, it got broke, but now we're back into it. So we're still in this consolidation phase. This little sideways movement. Risk proper, people. That's all you gotta do. Risk little. Don't worry about it. But I want to make $1,000 a day. Ay. Just relax, you little gambler. Not you all on Zoom, only the ones on YouTube. YouTube, I'm chipping, man. Hit the like button. Let's go. Let's see what happens. All I know is I don't know. All right, gonna wait and see how this thing reacts. Again, looks like it wants to react to the bottom. Let's see. Okay, beautiful push up. What is that, news? News. Yay. That's why it's important to have a stop loss, people. Please have your stop loss intact. News is breaking, so let's see if it gets the continuation up. We're buyers, don't forget. We are buyers. This little retracement, or this little pancake. Let's see what happens. We're breaking up into the 15-minute range again on the GAN map. Let's see if we can break above it. All right, let me take off my arrows. Maybe I was a little bit, yeah. Let's see what happens. 13 seconds left. This could be the rally. 3, 2, 1. All right, news broke. Let's see what happens here. I mean, that's a huge push up off of the 200 moving average. Okay, so pancakes didn't want to work out. Green arrows for a 15-minute bias. Let's see if they work. Let's see if it works. We don't know. If we get that, that's 50 points. That's pretty much a 51, 52 point move up in one candle. We got about 25 seconds left till a beautiful rocket, Prince. Now, you ain't gonna catch me in no chop. I promise you. If you click the buy button and the next thing you see is a huge red candle, no, I ain't playing that. I ain't playing that game. I promise you. Nas likes to do it. That's what Nas likes to do. All right, let's see. 5 seconds till we get a beautiful rocket ship. All right. All I know is I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I'm gonna mark this little rocket up. We shall see. The counter turn trades did not actually work out too good. I mean, we hit our target, the 15-minute flat bottoms. That's what we were looking for. So hopefully he was able to take partials and leave it right at. I mean, you dig? I don't know. Let's see, 50 points. Man, I'm gonna target that overnight high. I mean, that's a beautiful 170 points. If the 50 point stop loss holds up, right? Now, we may see a red candle here and there, right? But I want to, if it makes its way into this drawdown zone, let's see what happens. Let's give it a second. Let price print. I mean, that news broke pretty bullish. Not gonna catch me in no chop. I promise you. You ain't gonna catch me in no chop. Still having a difficult time making its way above the 15-minute range. So, Friday. Welcome to Trap Day. See if we can give it a little bit of time. If you got 50 points, it doesn't cover the low. It does not cover the low. So if you cover the low, 87 on the rocket, 82 on this green arrow. See that big? This candle is not scary. This red candle is not scary. Now if you get 2 or 3 of them, then you add them all together. So that's a 30-point move down. 30-point move down. If you look at your targets, it broke beneath this bank zone. Kind of rejected this hot zone right there. Let's see what happens. 36 seconds left. Looks like that's a color change. Let's see what happens. Bulls, where you is? Bulls, where you is? Oh, looks like we got a breakout. A breakout. What is that? What is that bullseye breakout tool you're using? Just experimenting with a new tool. It's called a bullseye breakout. Actually really dope. Let's see what happens. All right, so 3 candles in the opposite direction. I don't necessarily particularly like. Let's see what happens. Don't know. Let's give it a second. As long as this stop loss stays intact, so does this trade. All right. Bulls, where'd you go? Bulls, where'd you go? Range, go away. All right, let's see. Look at the 5-minute candle. Here's what I like about the buys is that we tapped into a 30-minute. Remember, I put that 30-minute wick up here, and we got a pretty decent reaction off of it, which is also a 15-minute flat bottom, right? News breaks, we go bullish. Let's see if we can break above this Gann arc. Take me to the mountain. What is that? Overnight high? Yeah. Take me to the mountain. Overnight high. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We may get a reaction here at 15-minute arrow down range, 12-hour range. We might get a reaction. Let's see if we can make it up there first. I would think that the 840 high would be a place to protect. The top of the 15-minute range. Or you could just let it run. Protect it here in a little bit. All right, so 2 sales, or if you took this first green arrow up, take profit here. You saw almost 50 points. Then the red arrow down, you saw 50 points. Pancake down to the 15-minute flat bottom. This is kind of a scalp. Let's see if we can get out the 15-minute. They're over here talking to the chart. Do y'all talk to your charts? Do you talk to your charts? I talk to my charts. My charts need to listen. All right, here we go. Everybody needs to get their arrow now. And we need to go here. Up, and it has to be green. Come on now. 15-minute cloud. Let's go. If you took that green arrow up or the rocket up, congratulations, you're a profit. You can take profit whenever you see a reason to take profit. We're at the top of the 15-minute range. I don't want to get caught in no chop, so I will take some off here. Let's see what happens. Took some off right there. Let's see. All we know is we don't know. Sure, appreciate you guys checking out this video on Zoom and on YouTube. Appreciate you guys who are trading in the room. Let's see if we get a breakout of that 15. There's a 15-minute breakout. All right, let's see if we can close a 5-minute candle above that. We're retesting the anchored VWAP. Let's see if we can make our way up to the higher band on the VWAP. Or do we get our rejection here at the top of the 15-minute range? We don't know.
Maybe I asked which ChatGPT is picture of, and it says you don't like how tech support.
What is this? I don't know what you're talking about.
You can upload a picture to ChatGPT.
What picture are you talking about?
Oh, it's a picture of you and me in the car.
Oh, word up.
It says I'm looking like a.
All right, let's see if we can break above that bank zone. There's a bank zone break. Breaking outside of that 15-minute range. Hopefully, y'all just still holding on to some of these buys.
Yeah.
Just let it rock. Let it rock. Don't call me that.
I made my arrow bigger.
All right, so I see the overnight highs as a potential target. I also see, yeah, thank you for patience and a clear mind, right? I see the 4-hour flat tops, man, just sitting up there chilling. We could make our way up, slow ascent. I want to look at the weekly one more time. Yeah, that's a weekly wick fill. Okay. All right, so we're in a previous week. All right, so previous week. When I say previous, March. We're in March weekly wick fill territory. So I want to put that week. Man, that's hard to say. Weekly wick fill. I want to make it a different color though. Make it a bright. Yeah, something bright, so I can see the midpoint. All right, that's the midpoint right there. That's what I want to see. 19,500 on TradingView. Beautiful. 19,500 on TradingView. If we can make our ascent into that area, I was looking for a reaction there. Why? Because on a weekly time frame, that is where sellers stepped in that range. So we have a ways to go. All right, we're getting a reaction here off of the 15-minute arrow down level. So if you have not yet protected, take partials or left a runner. You probably want to consider doing something like that. Hey, or you could just let it run, shoot. As long as that stop loss is intact, so is this trade. But you don't want to turn this into a loss. All right, so hopefully able to, if you didn't take partials or if you didn't take profit on some of these other trades that we entered today, maybe able to mitigate some of those. So 2 entries here, green arrow up, which is also an Uncle Oliver move, and a rocket up, mitigating potentially some of these. I don't know if they turned into I can't imagine they did. But if they did, sometimes that happens. Sometimes market moves quick and we're not able to capitalize. All right, let's see. So if we do make our ascent up to the overnight high and break above, I want to see a reaction right here at the weekly wick fill midpoint. If we make it up to the 4-hour flat tops, it's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful buy situation. Let's see if the bulls rally. That's 360, and here's 357 off the rocket. We'll see what happens. All I know is I don't know, people. Just hold your horses. You dig? I mean, the profits look pretty nice right now. If you're able to hold it, just be patient. Still no reason to get out of this trade. You know what else? Let me go ahead and introduce y'all to the newest addition to our bunch of amazing custom tools. I call it the breakout. The bullseye breakout. Sometimes you would hear me say the half trend, so I was tired of saying half trend. I needed something a little bit more, funky. So we went into the lab and we coded this beautiful, amazing tool. I call it the bullseye breakout. So that was another reason why at 9 o'clock I'm clicking buy like a mug. Still testing it out. Still testing it out on the live market, right? Stop loss and everything like that is the same. We'll see what happens here. So off of that breakout, I mean, you've already seen 83 points. That's beautiful. And you stay in that trade. Stay in it until you get a reason to exit. And the reason would be when this breakout starts to show signs of reversal. That's it. See, blue to red. Here's a red to blue. So the breakout is dope. It's going to be available maybe sometime next month. Maybe for Cinco de Mayo. I don't know. We'll celebrate. Still waiting. Yeah, but that's a beautiful breakout. Beautiful breakout. Has a lot of different aspects to it. I can go into it just real quick as we watch price continue to go up. ATR, it's based off of average true range. It filters out those spike candles, right? So if you want to filter out spike candles, 50% of the previous candle body, then boom, there it is. And it also requires confirmation of a simple moving average, 20 moving average, which is where we get from our Uncle Oliver. And we also made a requirement for it to only show us breakouts of consolidation phases. So when you do that, you get less signals. And then, of course, you can show all these different aspects of this deal. Anyway, super dope. Gonna come out really soon. I'm excited about making these tools, custom tools, the Bullseye strategy. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. All right, so that was a 5-minute candle that closed above the 15-minute range. I'm actually looking for a retracement to the 15-minute range. This just makes it a healthy move up so that, at some point it's going to retest and continue up. The closer we get to 9:30, I'm going to be looking for the IB high and low retracement. So, all I know is I don't know. Let's take off some right here. Sweet. We'll see what happens here. We're getting a pretty decent reaction here off of the 15-minute arrow down range. But we also have a green arrow up. See, whenever these things start to fight like this, yeah, that's where it gets kind of interesting. So this red arrow now is valid because it printed on the 15-minute time frame. So make an update to that. Green arrow, 15-minute range up. All right, something like that. And we'll see how it reacts. We'll see how it reacts to that deal. Definitely could retrace back to the first 15-minute candle range, which would be right here. We'll see what happens. All right, if you're in green, I highly suggest that if you're in green P&L for the day, go put your feet on some grass, man. That's it. Go to the beach. Go hang out. Go do something else. Protect that profit. Don't risk the profit. You dig? Why would you want to risk your profits, man? ¿Por qué?
Well, because I had taken one off, but it wasn't enough to put me back in
Yay. Yeah, so if you took that rocket with us and you're taking profit, this is for you. Here's another rejection off of that 15-minute range. See, that's good. That's a decent rejection off the 15-minute range. Getting held up at the 12-hour range. Interesting. See what happens. Don't know. Looks like maybe a consolidation stage. Let's clean up that chart real quick. All right, looks like we're getting a pretty decent reaction here off of the 12-hour range. Let's see what happens. We got this local trend line here still. Maybe retrace, bounce up. I don't know. I still have a green arrow up here, so as long as this green arrow is still on our chart, I think that the price is gonna go higher. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We broke the 1-minute consolidation phase, so we broke down. We'll see if price wants to continue higher or if we get a decent retracement. Okay, so if this is the IB high and low, which I think it is, then I want to grab my fib tool from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. I want to put IB fib levels. All right, so now we are touching the first fib level here. Let's see if we get a reaction here off the midpoint. And if we get a reaction here off of the midpoint, reason to buy. What would be a reason to buy? A green arrow up. Just for a little bit more confluence to the up. Now, could we take this down to the 15-minute cloud? Yes. Oh yeah, y'all bunch of 2-minute gamblers. Well, you looked at it. You looked at it. Girl. Let's see if this pancake wants to print. Now, you know, I like that we're giving us a lot of bear momentum here. We could still see this thing come all the way down and touch this 15-minute cloud. I mean, if you're risky for the brisky. Amazing. Just let it run. I would protect here. Why? Bottom of this 15-minute range. Arrow up range. And potentially going to take out these overnight low. The 8 o'clock, right? 8 o'clock low. Let's see what happens. You're having too much reaction over there. All right, there's a pancake. Govern yourselves accordingly. Let's see what happens. All right, so 50 points doesn't cover the low at all, or the high at all. 135. Let's see if we can make our way down to, what is that, pivot point? Let's see. Don't know. In the hands of the market. All the way back down to the bottom of the 15-minute range. Wow, so something came into the market and said, let's sell it off. And they gave us a pretty decent sell-off right there. So from the high to this low is 150 points. All right, so now I'm going to take my green arrow off because I don't know what's about to happen. Huge retracement back down. Interesting. Okay, let's see. I'm going to see right here. Let's see right here. Turn these off. Getting a pretty decent reaction off of the weekly Wickfield level right there. The bottom of the 15-minute range again. Let's see what happens. We got some gaps up here that may want to fill and then retrace. Got these IB high and low fib levels here. Yeah, so I'm going to say that is actually IB high and low right there. And we still have these fib levels here from yesterday's push up to overnight high. Let's see what happens. Don't know. Looking for that continuation down. Looking for follow through down. Let's see what happens. Isn't trading fun? Ay. It is when you risk proper. All right, y'all. Looks like this gap, man, look it. We had this gap from the opening Monday. Let's see, was it Monday? Tuesday. All right. I'm just wondering, could this be the retracement to the gap? Don't know. But I'm putting it on this chart like if it does want to, let's be 650 points down. So I'm tempted. I'm tempted to hold it. Are you tempted to hold it? Me, I am. Yes. Let's see what happens. Wow. I mean, it's kind of ambitious. It's kind of very ambitious, actually. We would have to plow through a lot of support. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, dude. But, hey, you never know. You never know what tweet might come through today. But it's a beautiful wick to the top on the 1 hour time frame. If you look at the 4 hour, huge wick to the top at the moment. 30 minutes, wicks to the top. I mean, everything is just saying sell off. 15-minute tweezers. We'll see how these fib levels here, if we get down to these fib levels, how it reacts to those fib levels and the pivot point, right? So we'll see what happens. We could see this thing just bounce right up from here. We don't know. We shall see. When do you protect this trade? When do you protect this pancake? Overnight low. Potentially the 15-minute flat bottoms again. to protect this trade. I mean, you never know if it's going to just bounce right up. Or is this the sell-off? This is the part. If you don't know, don't care. Don't worry. Just relax. Relax, people. There's the bottom of the weekly wick field. Let's see if we can push through that. I'm more interested in a 5-minute candle close. Let's see, about 1:20 left. There's the 15-minute flat bottom. Now, what happened the last time? We bounced up. Here we bounced up. And then we are there now. Let's see if we can get a candle close below 15-minute range. Let's see. I promise you ain't going to catch me in no chop. I'm going to be protecting these trades quickly. Let's see if we can take out that low. Okay, so yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday. Let's see. That's a 4-hour. Shh. It's beautiful. It's a 4-hour. Is that a 4-hour gap? Yeah, it's a 4-hour gap. Wow. I mean, yesterday's push-up just left so much room for this thing to go down and retest and retrace. So we shall see. The daily candle is red, so you can see this thing going. Let's see, because I don't know. Let me take some of this stuff off of my chart because I don't know. I have no idea what's about to happen. Kind of getting the same kind of reaction off of these 15-minute flat bottoms as we saw before. We got about 10 seconds left till the 5-minute candle closes back inside the 15-minute range. Yeah, it looks like we're getting the same kind of reaction here. I'm still looking for that follow through. I mean, beautiful volume on the 5-minute time frame, but volume up, volume down, volume like volume up, volume down. Now it's like, okay, what are we doing? What are you doing, little Nas? All right. Still waiting, but not too bad if you were able to take some of those trades with us. All right, YouTube, I appreciate y'all checking this out. Hopefully you're able to